For the past 8 months, many YouTubers have been looking in the Call of Duty community how to find the campaign Jetgun Easter egg. There's been one in every Call of Duty that Treyarch's ever made, from Black Ops 1 and World at War. Obligatory random clip. We don't have World at War. Whatever. Fuck you. So speculation and basic deduction would cause some to think that there is a Jetgun Easter egg in the campaign. All I can say for those who postulated this theory, Potato Smuggler, aka Potato Strangler, and Hex Zombies, you're too late! It's over! The race is over, and we have found the campaign Wonder Weapon on the map buried! Okay, it's not the map buried, it's the one with the ship, and it's sinking. Name is not important. What is important is that we're gonna show it to you today on this episode. Cue the intro. You're gonna want to fire up the map Karma, but before you do, you have to go to the Create a Class setup in your campaign menu. You're gonna want to customize these weapons and shit a little bit. For your first weapon, you're gonna want to select the Storm PSR. It's in the Specials menu. It allows you to shoot through walls. It's a sniper rifle. It's pretty fucking cool. Second weapon, Olympia. Apply the Tiger camo to it. And for your tactical grenades, switch all that shit around to shock charges and EMP grenades. And you're going to need the accessibility kit for later. So after the agonizing walk of a slow snail pace through the shopping center that is this level called Karma, you're going to have to get down into this basement-y area. And when you do, just immediately execute everyone in the room. There's only 2 people. Not a big deal. You want to walk over to where somebody defaced the walls of this room. And it's not so much defacement as it is coordinates. So you want to take out your far sight, and you want to start aiming it to where the W is down on the compass at the bottom. Yes, that is where the lock mechanism is. Think of this like a lock for your locker at high school. You're sort of dialing in the numbers here. So the first thing you want to get to, the direction, orientation-wise, is W for west. Zoom in with your far sight and hold the charge button until you get 5 charges ready, and then release and fire that shit away. After that's been done, you want to turn clockwise to the number 2. It's just past the north symbol. You want to be very careful about doing this. I advise doing it while zoomed in down sights. That way you will be getting a more precise measurement, and there's a larger crosshair for you to sort of align it up. You're probably going to need a ruler with your TV screen. Maybe you can do it by eye. I doubt it. Apply the same charge pattern, 5, and shoot into the wall. After that's done, repeat this step for number 25 on your compass dial by slowly turning to where it is, zooming in and doing a fully charged blast into the wall. After this is done, pull a Michael Jackson-esque sidestep to where it says weld on the same wall that you are at. You're going to want to fire a shock charge at it, just detonate it using the Olympia, and then go over to the Ziggy spot where we're going to do more lock combination turning. So as Ziggy, the robotic spider from Mars, it's a David Bowie reference,
Time to go to work.
you're going to want to find the weld marker. It's immediately to your left and or right. It's right there in the vent. You'll see it. Just look around for it. Once you found it, just pull the right trigger a few times to fire an electrical arc, completing the weld task of this Easter egg. You'll find more coordinates further into the ventilation system. You want to stop on that dark patch area and then adjust yourself accordingly. There will be another compass at the bottom which indicates the numbers and sequence settings. The numbers that you have to do in this order are west.125 and then west.225. Basically what you did before, firing electric charges each time. The next part of this Easter egg involves shooting DeFalco with your PSR. You have to execute him. It doesn't matter if you've completed this story mode. Just do it via replay mission. You're going to want to shoot him with the PSR. When he's in sight, you can shoot through walls with a charge shot, so it's going to be pretty freaking easy as long as you can catch up. Before the cutscene can load, you want to hit that eject button on your Xbox console, and then you want to slap in Black Ops 1. You're going to have around 35 seconds to get this all done, so you want to have all these components nearby. With Black Ops 1 inside your machine, you're also going to want to grab a USB-enabled keyboard, probably from your computer, and slap that in control slot 1 as well. Hold left and right trigger down simultaneously. Do this a few times while you're in the CIA room. Once you're free, proceed over to the computer terminal. It'll be in the room. You can find it. It's pretty easy. It's a small room. Head over, access the terminal, enter the word rlogin dreamland as a command, hit enter, and you will be prompted to log in. The login name you're going to want to type is vbush, and you will use the password majestic1 to access that account. Next, you'll be prompted to type a command. Type the word mail in, and you will access this person's mail account. Press the number 1 and enter to access the first email. Press enter again to read more of it, and when you get to the bottom of the page, now you want to type W period 125 W period 225, like the password from the other game. Once you've typed this and pressed enter, you'll get another command prompt. Press X to leave the terminal and A to sit back down. Go to mission select. Select the mission Revelations. You'll have to enter a quick code on the cutscene. Up, up, down, up, A, B, A. Right before the prompt to skip comes up, Reznov will say something about the lies and deceit of man. When that happens, slam the eject button and then put Black Ops 2 back inside your Xbox machine. With the hard part out of the way, move back over to campaign. Don't do that, Joanna. It worries me. And if you've been keeping score, that is in fact the second reference to Perfect Dark that is in this video. Slam title cards. Set up your class as such, similar to how you had it in the first instance of campaign. You're going to need the PSR Farsight scope. Shoot through walls, OP all the way. Second weapon, literally not important because it'll be replaced by the jet gun when you get that. You're going to want the access kit for Odysseus because you're going to need the Galvanucles out of the box, the mystery box, early on in the level. After the cool cutscene at the beginning, you want to hack into that mystery box and grab the Galvanucles for around 6,000 zombie points. God, I wish those were back. Anyway, you'll come across a section where a few of Raul Menendez's men are held captive. You want to use your Farsight weapon and execute them via headshot or any shot, it doesn't matter. Once you've killed all 3, you'll see objective failed on the top left hand side of the screen. That means the Easter egg is actually working at the time, so you'll be able to complete it. And just for some sadistic lul's sake, I'm going to shoot Briggs in the dick with the executioner because I can. When you get to the part where you break through the vent shortly after shooting Briggs in the dick, you'll be in the room with the jet gun, which will spawn after you complete the last few steps. You're going to want to go to the back of the room where Menendez entered from. Replace your secondary with the gun that's on the ground. It's there for a reason. Walk over to the A. Press and hold A for around 5 seconds. Then walk over to where it says up. Hold the up button on your D-pad and shoot the red light to the right. After this has been completed, walk to the far end of the room. There will be more graffiti on the wall reading weld. In this instance, you're going to want to use your shock charges. And remember the Galvanucles we used earlier. You're going to want to use the shock charge to align it with the weld mark. And punch it with the Galvanucles, causing what would appear to be a stroke to happen to the main character. When this is completed, you can walk into the office room. There on the wall, you'll see once again the coordinates we saw earlier in the game multiple times. Align yourself properly with the PSR selected. Just get as close to that wall as possible. And then at the bottom of the screen, note the compass. You're going to want to turn counterclockwise to western alignment. Zoom down the scope. Prepare a shot for it at full charge. And fire that shit away. After this is done, you're going to want to turn clockwise now. Turn clockwise to 1 degree past north. This is pretty tricky. Again, aiming down the scope makes this a lot easier. A fully charged shot away, and then for the last turn, the easiest part of this Easter egg, turn to 25 degrees. You'll be aiming at what appears to be a wall, a glass wall. Fire another charged shot, and you will be done. Walk over to where it says end on the wall. You'll be in the same room. Something surprising will happen, like your controller running out of battery. That's not it. Walk over to end. The screen will shake and the jet gun will appear from zombies. Oh, it's perfect. It's the best thing in the game. And to award your tediousness, you'll be awarded a jet gun. Note how the ammo counter is now replaced by a life meter for energy. It doesn't break, but it does overheat. And you can use this in any map from the custom Create a Class selection screen on Campaign. So it's worth the tediousness of doing, but once it's done, you have it forever unless you start a new account or restart. Well, I hope you found this video informative and exciting, and it taught you a few things about Campaign you didn't know. Big shout out to Zach Cox TV on Twitter, aka Potato Smuggler, for addressing this Easter egg to me. I thought he found it out. I didn't actually watch his full video in full, don't tell him that. And I sort of built off the theories he speculated and found out the actual outcome. So there is a jet gun in Campaign that is accessible, but you'll have to follow the Jimbothy method, aka this video, to find out. You can follow me on Twitter at thejimbothy.twitter.com. And before you do that, you actually want to hit that like button a few times, like in domestic disturbance case. After that's done, you can go ahead and subscribe to my channel, youtube.com/McCallahan Industries. Next time we find a new Wonder Weapon, and please consider sharing this video. Jimbothy out. Oh, I never thought I'd do a serious video like this, but I can't express